Good afternoon, investor and corporate. Welcome to Digital Roadshow Year's End 2024 Performance Review. This session will run about 45 minutes, including Q&A. Company will start the session by 30-minute presentation, followed by 15-minute Q&A. During Q&A, investor may leave your question in meeting room chat box or use raise your hand function. We will open your microphone so you can ask the question to the company directly. May I now invite Ososapha Public Company Limited to start the presentation.
Thank you very much. So let me introduce our management team first. Today we have our management joining, Khun Latiphorn Lachalearn, Group Chief Financial Officer.
Hi, good afternoon. สวัสดีค่ะ
Secondly, Khun Naruporn Anantphongsuch, Head of Financial Planning and Analysis and Investor Relations.
Good afternoon ค่ะ
And myself, Ruchirada Kongwat, Investor Relations Manager. So agenda will start with the financial results, followed by the market updates, and end by business updates. And it would take around 20 to 25 minutes, and then we will open for the Q&A session. So without further ado, let me pass on to Khun Naruporn to begin the session.
So for the overview of 2024 of Ososapha, our revenue we record at 27,000, which means it's growth around 4%. The growth is actually driven by the innovation, and actually what we are saying earlier, we are trying to address the wider consumer group and also the growing consumer group through the differentiated product format and also the new benefits. In addition, we also expand the international footprint. On the top line side, if you look back in 2022, which is the new high, we almost reached that. So it's already very impressive performance. On top of that, we also continue to improve in our efficiency, which also result in the core profit. Despite a lot of write-off this year from the divestment based on our strategy to divest the non-core business, but the core performance itself is doing very well. We reached 3 billion, which is growing year on year 40%. That's also marked to achieve the net profit margin back to double digit. On top of that, through the innovation and marketing communication, we also achieved a lot of recognition from the award. Most powerful brand through the M150 Seaweed and also brand performance through social media after we are trying to communicate directly to consumer and with the channel the consumer are in. With the future trend as well on the award, we got around 7 awards on the branding, on the ESG, and also leader and the company. So in terms of the ESG side, we also got the set ESG rating at AA, and also S&P Global at 83, which is a lot improvement in terms of the score compared to last year. And also we got the recognition of the industry movers for the second consecutive year under the beverage industry as well. In terms of the figures on the financial highlights on the Q4 and full year, in terms of the revenue from sale, quarter on quarter we see a lot of improvement, and year on year we see some decline year on year, but the decline is mainly from the OEM side that we shift to focus more on the core business, so less focus on the OEM, which is not less profitable business. On top of that, we also have some discrepancy in terms of the revenue from the domestic beverage in Q4, which will be the new fix for 2025 that we are going to do for the business update in the next section. For the full year, we achieved 4%, and gross margin, we achieved the all-time high in terms of the Q4 and also full year. In Q4, we achieved year-on-year and quarter-on-quarter growth. This is also driven from the product mix, which the growing segment is the international beverage and personal care. In terms of the raw material and packaging material, the cost is favorable, and also the utility prices. On top of that, we also improve in terms of our efficiency of beverage filling line and also glass factory. So all in all, the core profit, we achieved the growth year-on-year, 40%. And also for the quarter 4, year-on-year also improved around 4%. Quarter-on-quarter, we have some additional spending in terms of the SG&A, which is more in terms of restructuring our production line capacity to match. So basically, it's more on the people-related costs in order to lessen the furnace. And also on top of that, as you know, that we are searching from the M&A deal, so some on the study of the M&A opportunities as well. In terms of the balance sheet, net interest-bearing debt to equity now back to 0.03 times, which indicate the robust financial health, and we also get more cash flow from operation to repay some debts. So I'll recap in terms of the business overview. As also Sapa, we work as a portfolio to capture. Basically, we want everyone to consume one of the product from us. So basically, in terms of the breakdown of the segment, we have the domestic energy drink, which is around 46% of the total revenue. And on top of that, we have the functional drink, which is the growing segment, 13%. International business, which we expect the growth also double digit. The contribution is 23%. HPC and SCC, which is the personal care and also healthcare and confectionery, account for 12%. And other business is 6%, which is the OEM business. So basically for the segment, the next one in terms of the growth, the 46% of the domestic energy drink decline, but the overall domestic beverage decline only 2.4%, because functional drink itself is actually growing around 9%. As we mentioned earlier, since the beginning of the year on the target of 2024, the functional drink, personal care, and also international beverage is the growing segment that we are trying to drive the growth starting from 2024 onwards. And actually, this year it will show the result that the functional drink itself grow around 9%, international beverage 30%, and personal care is also 12 to 13%. And also the OEM part, you see the decline because it's the OEM glass business that we are trying to focus more on our own product, which is more margin. For the innovation that drive in terms of the growth, not only this year, but also going forward, we have been seeding the new product in terms of new format, new benefits, and also new countries. For the domestic energy drink, if you know, we have the miso, which is M150 sparkling. We continue to deliver and advertise towards the younger generation. For the functional drink, we have Peptine, Drinky, and also Good Night. Contains the vitamin that helps you sleep better. Seaweed, we improved the formulation to be 1,000 milligrams. So it's like take big 1 tablets per day. And 1 day vitamin contains of 13 vitamins that the health, the body needs per day. And through the collaboration of Butterbear and seasonal flavor of the cowpeas, this also help driving the growth of overall functional drink. International beverage, we do re-entry into Vietnam at the end of the year with a new product under the M150 brand, but we add on the new concept with two in one with the M150 energy drink plus electrolyte drink. Home care and personal care, as you know, we are more famous in terms of the baby product, but we try to extend that beyond the baby. So we explore the kids segment, females, adult, and family through the new product and new sub-brand. Also with the collaboration of Butterbear, help driving the growth in Q4, and also this year we expect some growth from this category as well. Exit and 12 plus is also doing well last year with a lot of activation and also seeing in terms of the market share that we capture additionally. Healthcare and confectionery is the heritage brand for us, like Botan. So we are trying to attract more to the younger generation through the new format that the user who is younger generation can use. The last one is the Yathat. We make it more available so people can, acquire the product and taste and try. In terms of the trend, top line, we have been almost reaching the last high, and also the profit is also back to 3 billion. So it's also driven by the gross margin continuous improvement, and the net margin we achieved around 11%, which is the double digit back to before this. The profit movement for the core profit. So last year we reported 2.4 billion. We have one-time item around 200 million. So the core operation is only 2 billion. Now moving back to 2024, we reported 1.6 after the one time. So if we take into account only one time, after the one time, which is 3 billion baht, the additional improvement from 2 to 3 billion come from the price, volume, and mix. Majority, around 60% is the price. Then the volume and mix in combination is the rest. Cost efficiency, around 40% of 240 is from raw material and packaging material. Part of it, the remaining around 40% is from the utility prices that is favorable. And also the rest, remaining 20% is from the efficiency. And we're starting to do since last year. So this year, 2025, we expect to see more from the manufacturing efficiency part. SG&A, it seems like we increase in terms of the spending, but partly it also because of the one-time event that we do there's a cost of restructuring in terms of the production capacity in the SG&A. And also another part is the consulting fee that we are paying to get, study in terms of M&A opportunities and also provision that we set up. So if exclude this amount in terms of the percentage to sale, we are spending around 24% to sales compared to last year, like for like, last year is around 24.4%. In terms of the share profit, additional incremental is from the joint venture from CVIT and also Nippon, which we achieved the good growth for 2024. In terms of the balance sheet, our balance sheet is quite strong. So majority of the decline in total asset is from the divestment that we made during the year. For the opportunities, we are trying to improve in terms of the cash cycle for the ratio. As you know that we continue to increase in terms of numbers of inventory days, but going forward, I think we are trying to mitigate those, and with the action taken, we expect to see it start to decline since Q1 this year onward, towards the end of the year. So all in all, with the core profit from operation, the return on equity at the core profit is 19.6 and return on asset is 12%. Dividend, we have been paying at least the policy at least 60%. So for now, we announced the total year to get the approval for the shareholder at 0.6 baht per share. In terms of the market share update, this is the market share based on 2024. So the market size 22.5 for the energy drink market share is 45.8%. Last year the market growth was around 6%. This year we see the market growth for January is around 5%. So the market continue to gain in terms of the premiumization, in terms of the volume as well. In terms of the functional drink, market size 7.4 billion. The market share for us at 44.3%. We continue to gain in terms of the market share in functional drink, despite the market last year is a little bit declined. But we see some improvement in January. The market start to grow slowly, so it's kind of 0.2% growth year on year. For the baby personal care products and deodorant, the overall market is actually growing last year. And market share, we continue to improve in terms of our market share. For January, despite some decline in terms of the market growth, but we continue to gain in terms of the market share. So next one will be the business update. Probably I need Khun Ranikon to elaborate more for the future and also action that we are planning.
Okay. So on the business updates front, so the presentation you are seeing here is basically the entire portfolio of also Sapa, which is we have the beverage, we have personal care, and also some confectionery. Yeah. So these are the three main categories that we are playing as a portfolio player. So now I will deep dive into the beverage segment first. All right. So this slide is basically focusing on the Thailand domestic consumption alone. Yeah. So we'll see each bubble is basically represent the size of the market of each category within the beverage. Right. So currently we are playing in energy drink segment, which is around 22.5 billion. We are playing under the functional drink with the brand of Calpis and Peptine. We also number one in vitamin segment under Civic brand. Yeah. So we also playing in the sport drink, which is still small. Now we have M Sport, right? So those are key four segments that we are playing in the beverage category, leading by still energy drink M150 and Lipovitan D as well. Yeah. So going forward as the company, we want to grow and strengthen our core business, which is currently in energy drink, functional drink, and potentially beyond those categories as well. Yeah. So basically being the leader in the beverage segment. Yeah. So now next slide, let's see where we are playing in energy drink, which is going to be some highlight for 2025. On the left-hand side, that's how the market has been evolved in the last 4 years in the energy drink segment. So we have the 10 baht segment, we have the 12, and then the 15 baht and beyond portion. Yeah. So the big contribution is basically coming from the 10 baht in 2021. And as also Sapa M150, we increased the price back in mid of 2022. Since the section of the 12 baht actually gone up significantly, yeah, from the 9% to a 40% in 2024. However, the contribution of the 10 baht space was still big. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons. On the right-hand side, we will see also Sapa as the blue color, the blue bar, and then our peer A and peer B, so another player in the market. On the top chart, 12 baht, also Sapa is basically dominating that space of the 12 baht, right? So we are owning 88% of that price point. Now at the bottom right, the 10 baht market, also Sapa is basically around 20%. Yeah. So to continue to grow domestically in Thailand, other than continue to maintain and strengthen our position in 12 baht market, we also wanting to gain some share in the 10 baht market as well. And that's one of the reasons we are launching the new innovation, which is just launched end of January. I will touch on that later on. Yeah. So that's on the beverage front and also energy drink. On the functional drink, we will continue to evolve and have more innovation coming in 2025 as well. Okay. Number two, our personal care category. So 2024 was actually very strong and solid 2-year consecutive from 2023 as well, that we have been growing very strong 2-digit growth. 2025, this picture basically going to be the same. So personal care will continue to grow very strong 2-digit, very high, almost double growth for international. Yeah. So you see the contribution of international was actually grown from 8% to 10% contribution in 2024. So we're expecting in 2025 that 10% portion will grow even bigger. On the domestic front, we are very big as a brand of Baby Mouth or 12 Plus or Exit. Very big in modern trade. Some low hanging fruit in 2025, we can grow further in the traditional trade in Thailand as well. On top of the potential growth, international market. Yeah. So on the right hand side, you will see as well that the net sale from the baby product and also the adult product, beyond baby. So we have Ultramile as the brand representing the adult product, which is launching in the past few years and very successful. So the contribution of beyond baby category will grow faster than the baby product. That's how we project 2025. One of the reasons is because of the growth rate was actually the birth rate is actually quite low as well. But the premium price point is actually more favorable on the baby product. However, we will continue to innovate and have more variety and range of the adult product and also for the aging product as well, coming along as the portfolio of the personal care. So next one on the international footprint, we actually now selling and serving our product more than 40 countries worldwide. The country where we are operating in still mainly in Myanmar. Then we have Indonesia, Laos. These are the 3 key countries we are operating in last year. So December 2024, we re-enter into Vietnam. By now, it's just basically 3 months. We still continue to hunting for more coverage in Vietnam. So Vietnam will be on top incremental of the total IB in 2025. And plus, we now explore more opportunity for the export market as well. So 2025 going strong in Myanmar, Laos, Indonesia. Yeah, we did so many years to digit growth. 2025 as well. We will continue to grow to digit in this country, plus Vietnam and plus some other exporting opportunities. So that's basically in a nutshell how we will grow in 2025 with the portfolio we have in personal care, beverage, some confectionery will continue to grow as well, and then the channel domestic wise and also international. So next one is our Q1 innovation, which is already launched end of January. On the energy drink, we launched the Yellow Cap at the 10 baht price point, as I mentioned earlier, that we want to also being a market number 1 in both the 12 baht market and also the 10 baht market. So taking opportunity, celebrating our 40 years anniversary of M150 in Thailand, launching the 10 baht Yellow Cap in traditional trade channel alone. Yeah. So this product launched already in the market end of January. So far, basically, we are hunting for more coverage and expand our numeric distribution. As of today, we already penetrate in the TT channel more than 80% already. Expecting by end of March, we should be able to cover 95% the number of our numeric distribution. Our networking will actually carry M150 nationwide. We have another functional drink which is launched exactly the same day, end of January, called Hamster. Basically, the drink for those party lovers who basically still want to wake up fresh, ready for work. So Hamster is the product that we launched so far. Price point is at 35 baht. Yeah. And then we have another 2 products from the home care and healthcare. One is baby mouth, and also the other one, some kind of a cosmetic produced from some of the herbs that we have in the confectionery lines. Yeah. So just to recap, 2025 as our priority. So these are the 5 pillars, still in line with our long-term strategy that we shared earlier, since last year as well. Definitely number 1, we continue to grow our core, which is energy drink and also functional drink. A few key brands, 1 definitely the M150, 2 Lipovitamin D, and number 3 our Civic. We still have some other brands like Peptine or Coffee, which is growing very strong as well, and those all together domestically will deliver mid-single digit growth in 2025. A second pillar in terms of accelerating some other market and also brand as well. So the personal care will continue to grow faster. IB new market that we're operating in will continue to grow very solid double digit in 2025. The third pillar in terms of innovation, other than continue to innovate, and basically launch a very successful new product line in 2025. We also need to start thinking about what will be our next billion baht product in 2026 and beyond as well. So those are work in progress, not only focusing on the short term, but also for the longer term as well. The fourth pillar, which is one of our key competitive edge as well, in terms of the ability to bring the cost down, having a higher efficiency, and that's what we did very well last year. So that's why the gross margin was actually at all-time high in Q4 24. Yeah. So 2025 expecting to maintain or do better in terms of efficiency, cost-wise, and that will basically fuel back for our future growth in terms of investment in new country and also our new product line as well. Last one, which is very important one, our sustainability agenda. We actually deliver a very significantly milestone in 2024. Yeah, and that basically need to continue further in 2025 and beyond as well. So to recap our strategy, 2024 was actually the year where we complete all the divestment, not performing non-core business, basically all done. We also restructured quite a number of demand supply within our value chain, and that's basically making our ability to generate the gross profit is a lot better than before. So these are the 5 key strategies that we are going to focus going forward. 1, our market share. We need to grow market share in all segments that we are playing in. Yeah. Number 2, recharge, meaning the entire portfolio that we are playing in, functional drink or energy drink. We need to basically making sure we have a very solid portfolio to play as well. The third one, we need to basically be able to resonate or relevant to our consumer. Yeah, as a portfolio beverage or personal care, the consumer will need to pick one of those portfolio to consume every day. So we want to be part of every occasion, yeah, every moment, every lifestyle of the consumer. Number 4, international market, which is still a lot of room for Ososaka to grow outside the country. So 2025, we will focus more on the international market. Last one, in terms of inorganic growth, remain one of our priority. We will continue to basically, looking for those opportunities. As and when the valuation is right, then definitely we will take that opportunity. Yeah. So last one, in terms of our milestone of the ESG. So these are great work that Ososaka has done fantastically advanced versus our milestone. So majority of our product is 99% already very, very low sugar in terms of social responsibility. Every single product that consumer consume is basically healthier than before. Expectation-wise, 2025, 100% of our product will be low sugar or zero sugar, including all the packaging, making sure it's basically recyclable as well. Yeah. And in terms of all the energy, water, and so on, we are working toward, the green agenda that we are committed as a company. Yeah. So very, very advanced versus our milestone, but we are not stopped here. Yeah. We're still working forward and making sure we deliver, a better ESG agenda as well. So while we are waiting for some more questions, if there is any, I will just recap overall first. Yeah. So 2024, very, very strong coming back, I would say, from the top line growing 4%, from basically almost flat in the last 3-4 years, yeah, during the COVID time. So very happy to see a very solid growth contribution coming from international business, coming from personal care. Functional drink, again, solid growth, almost 2-digit growth in 2024 as well. gross margin all-time high in Q4, and that's something we actually very happy, and we'll try to maintain that as an average of 2024 gross margin. We want to maintain that in 2025 at the minimum. Yeah. Other expenses, if we take out the one-off, which is caused by all the divestment that happening last year, the total SG&A in 2024 is actually lower than 2023, which is a very good sign, right? So coming to 2025, we want to do better as well and try to basically reallocate some of those funds to generate a better growth for the longer term of the company, either through new country or either through new innovation, new product launch as well, or even a potential M&A. Yeah. So that's 2024. 2025, our agenda is very simple. We are hunting for growth. So the growth is only one priority. We have a different how part for domestic in Thailand and also for international market. Yeah. So Thailand focusing on the core energy drink, functional drink. So innovation is remain our key, including the personal care as well. Yeah. Opportunity to grow outside the country through exporting, through partnering with our new partner in those countries are something we are working hard on. So in summary, a much better position comparing with 2024, very clean in terms of what we want to do and focusing on. So no more divestment. So very, very clear as the management. Yeah. So I believe that's about it for our presentation. If there is no further question.
Thank you, all investors, for joining the Digital Roadshow today. We hope the session provides you an insight information. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact us through the investor relations email address ir@ososapha.com as shown on the screen. So thank you very much and see you next quarter.
Thank you ค่ะ ขอบคุณค่ะ
This session has come to the end. Thank you very much, investor and corporate, for joining the conference. ขอบคุณครับ
ค่ะ